Hey guys, welcome to Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 preview. We're gonna continue where we left off. We did second car. We have, or the second car that we have available to us in the demo in terms of jobs to show you the types of things you can do. We've got this 1993 Sakura Supa. Hello, you've done well with our previous job. Now I bring you some more challenging car. The Supa is a classic sports car. It was out of use for quite some time, way past her prime, but not completely trash. At this point, timing issues are probably the most urgent. Chassis and suspension need some work as well, and of course, some regular maintenance. Let me know when you're done with that. Also, change the oil and a couple additional tasks. Very good. Oh yeah, she's definitely past her prime. That's a thing. So let's go ahead and move the car. Curiosity, can we move the car to the car wash? We can move the car to the car wash. Can we use the... Oh, we can't use the spray. I really want to spray this car down though. It looks really... Can we... And we can't use the interior thing as well. All right, well, it was worth a shot. All right, let's move the car to the garage. And as always, fluid changes first. Makes it easy. You know, we're gonna do the oil. Let's open the hood. Or we'll take the hood off entirely. Let's move you over to our car lift. And we're going to go ahead and, just like the demo, we're gonna use the equipment, drain the oil. And then we're gonna move you back to where you belong. So let's take off our fuel filter, oil filter. So let's take. I keep seeing these stars here next to it. What is? Let's go into view mode. Accessible from under the car. Also, let's take a quick look at our inventory. This is all the stuff except for the hood from our previous job. So don't forget to sell all this old stuff that you can't do anything with. It's free money. Also, it'll make it easier when you go to work on your cars and stuff like that. When you go to use your shopping lit, we did drain the oil, so we can take you off. So for like that, for example, we know he had to be removed. So let's go ahead and buy a quick oil filter. Oil. We'll reinstall that. And then what in case you're wondering why it's highlighted blue, because I selected this guy here, it highlighted blue, let it highlight it blue for us. So if we take a look at idler roller B, for example, you know, that's this guy, but we don't have access to it from under the car. You know, but let's see if there's anything else that's under the car that we can think of. Brake pads, cams, none of that stuff. We can get access to all of that while it's down on the ground. Rear springs, serpentine belts, plugs. No, all of that stuff is probably accessible from the engine compartment. Power steering pump. Now let's get to work. So first things first. You know what? Let's go ahead and fill the car with oil. Since we just did an oil change, let's just go ahead and do this. Get it out of the way so we know that it's done. Tips down. Now it doesn't make a mess when you overfill, which is kind of an odd thing, but now we'll see that oil filter's checked off. We need to get in here, but we've got these items here that are in the way. We can't remove this without removing this. We can't remove this without removing the intake manifold. So let's get rid of our throttle. Because again, we're trying to get access to this. We can't do that, but let's get rid of our fuel rail. And then we can get rid of our intake manifold. This is so much easier on a computer than it is on a in real life. Now we have access to where all of our coils are. So remember, if a screw is orange, it means we need to use our sprayer on it. That way we can get off our thing. We don't want to break anything. So is it just the plugs? Just the plugs. Okay. An inline 6 cylinder. So let's take out all of our plugs. And then, you know, obviously, in case you guys haven't noticed yet, anything that looks really rusty, you know, like these things here, or, you know, our water pump, for example, that we need to remove. That's it. That's the telltale sign in the game that says, you know, hey, I'm dirty. I need to be, you know, fixed and removed. Anyway, so we need to take him off. We need to take him off. To the fan. Then we can remove our timing belts. Then we can remove our pulleys. Good God, that thing is... The water pump is awful. Let's see, we need to remove our crankshaft pulley so that we have access to our timing belt cover. Because we can't remove our serpentine belt until we remove all this other stuff. Serpentine belt is removed. Now, well, let us remove our cams. Yes. All right, cams are off. We can remove our water pump as well. Use a trusty WD-40. Oh crap! We forgot to remove the fluid before draining. We made a mess. All right. Well, first just got nailed on that one, didn't he? That sway bar is really bad looking right there too. So is that. We didn't grab the fuel filter. Fuel filter we should be able to see. Right there. Let's take him off. Let's get over on our tires. We've got a couple components clearly that need to be removed. So our sway bar, for example. Our sway bars, for example, is seeing better day. Yeah, you need to come out. You're a bad bushing. How's our other bushing? That bushing's okay. That bushing's crap. Let's take out this bushing. Let's go ahead and remove our tire. Those brakes are bad. Take out our brake pad. Let's get rid of our sway bar. Needs to be needs a little loosening. All right, so let's get into our suspension. There we go. Up. Now we can remove our sway bar. 18%. They could do to be removed. Now the one thing about this game, guys, you don't generally want to like just start removing stuff, but because we knew we had to replace the brakes, let's take off our. We know we have to replace our shock springs and stuff like that, so let's remove our shock absorbers. That's okay. Like I said, our back sway bar needs some work. So let's see if we can't remove him. So to do that, we got to get rid of our other. We need to fix our other one here first, so we have access to. Oh, tire's not. See, can't remove the sway bar without removing the tire. Take that off, because you know you wouldn't be able to get to it. Let's take out this rear sway bar. Let's go to our inventory. Let's add stuff to our shopping list. We take a look at our shopping list. You can see all the stuff that we need to get, minus the oil filter, because we already got that. And that should be all the stuff that we need to do to pretty much fix this car. So we're just gonna go into our tablet. We're gonna hit our tab key to open up our shopping list. Another gear and another brake pad. Sweet. So we should have everything we need to reassemble. So again, just right click, mount parts, and find in your ghost outlines of items that you need to fix. So we've got our spring. Put our new spring on, add our new cap. Let's add our sway bar and our sway bar link. Now we didn't need to replace that, remember. So I'm gonna mount parts. So here we can see we need to add our, this is one of the ones where we had to add our shoes. Let's re-add our calipers, tighten things back up, and we should have a sway. Let's add the front sway bar, and we could add the tie rod end, or the sway bar link. I'm sorry. We didn't remove the tie rods on this one. This is the front. Reattach our tire. Don't ever tighten the tires this way because, you know, that's just bad practice. Unless you're trying to trigger, you know, some friends of yours that are, you know, guys who really love to work on cars. But generally speaking, try not to do things like that. Put our tire back on. Do a star shape. This just helps for even load distribution. Let's put our other tire back on. Add a brake. Ooh, I forgot to get a second brake pad. So let's tablet's kind of nice for that. Add our sway bar. Whoop, hello. Okay, I need another one of those. Sway bar, front end link. One. Put that guy back on. Put our tire back on. Be good. Okay, so let's take a look at our car status to see what all it says we still need to do. So we still have our engine components, but that's fine. Clutch, so cams, we haven't done anything with the clutch plate. Fuel filter, haven't done anything with that. Rubber bushing, serpentine belt, spark plugs, water pump. Okay, so we're doing good. Gearbox. Because this is where our clutch plate is going to be. Move our starter. That way I can take that off. But let's go ahead and reinstall stuff. So let's install the new fuel filter. Let's get the new spark plugs in. We forgot to buy spark plugs to go home. Electronics, spark plugs. This is an inline 6, so we need 6 of them. Now we can install them. I forgot to mention this, but the music that you're actually hearing in game is actually the in-game music. One of the things that I believe the developers did this time around is they actually took royalty-free. Well, they took music that was that I have heard on things like UI. Add our serpentine belt. Serpentine belt is awful. Right. So we need a serpentine line. Need this one. And I think we need this one. I don't know if we need that other one, but you know what? We're gonna say we needed it. It'll make me feel better about myself. And then the other thing too about this game that I would assume is in this, just like it's in the previous version, 2018, is eventually you're gonna have a warehouse that you can put in all of your stuff. Pulley, I was gonna say. Put our idler roller back on. Should let us add our belt. Oh yeah, see we had to replace that belt. Perfect. Put on our new guy. Put on our fan. Got to keep the engine nice and cool. And that's it for the engine compartment. So if we take a look at our stuff, we should see pretty much everything complete, except our bushings, which is fine. Now we need to lift the car back up, and then we can get underneath to our clutch plate, and we can put those bearings in as well. So that's bearings are part of our suspension. We're missing one right there. Let's put in our rubber bushing. And we're probably missing one on the other side. Yeah, it's right there. Just take off. Let's take off our gearbox, because our clutch plate is going to be inside of our gearbox. Use our trusty WD-40. There we go. Let's take off the release plate. Take off the quick clutch. As you can see, the clutch inside of it is just awful looking. One of the things, again, to remember, guys, you can do this as well. You can go into your diagnostic modes. So you can continue to search things, see how things are running. You know, this is actually really nice compared to how they did it before. Like I said, before you used to have to click on everything, and then the upper left hand corner, it tells you, how bad they are. I mean, it's actually really nice. That's actually a really nice feature that they added into this. I know that was always very frustrating for someone like me who, I don't know a whole lot about cars. So I mean, you tell me you're gonna do normal mode. So you're gonna tell me, hey, you need to know how to know, for example, where's your sway bar, or where is this, or where is that. I don't know that kind of stuff about cars. I know how to do your basic car maintenance, but don't ask me to do, heavy duty stuff like this. It just doesn't work, right? And I imagine a lot of people are that way. Clutch. Install components. We're gonna reinstall. Let's install our clutch plate. And we have a copper that is insisting on howling. We'll put our release bearing piece on. And we'll put our gearbox back on. Put our drive shaft back on. Brake, coolant. All right, so again, right click, additional tools, drain tool. Let's take off the cap here. It's kind of a funky angle here. I mean, it works, but it's not, I wish I could rotate it a little bit. Let's fill this up. A little too much. We have our windshield washer fin. Let's have good customer service, guys. We're gonna top off our guys. It's only a little bit of shop supplies, right? And then we also had the coolant. So that would be you. So we're going to do additional tools, drain. Oh, you know what? We already drained it because we were silly earlier today, and we forgot to drain the coolant before we took off the water pump. Let's reinstall a car part since we took the since we took the hood off instead of like, you know, car status, so we should be done with everything, right? We're good here. Good here, and we're good here. Customer's happy. We're a happy thing. Okay, this is what this car is supposed to look like. Good night. It's supposed to be red. So we're gonna go ahead and complete this order. Finish order. Car is incomplete. There's a fuel rail missing from the car. Hey, when you see, this is why we do stuff. Because, you know, apparently someone forgot to attach a pretty important part of the car. How about now? Can we finish the order now? There's a starter missing from the car. Well, where is the starter? Starter on the other side? Yes, starter's over here. How about now? Now is it complete? Front wheel sizes are mismatched. What? How do I have an extra tire? Okay, guys, welcome to derping around with First. 255, rim 40, rim 17. 255, 40, oh, 45. Look at you. Okay. So it still doesn't answer the question, where did I get an extra tire from? I'll put on the 240, 45. Front wheel sizes are still mismatched. All right, hang on. So one of my back tires is wrong then as well. That's we put the 45 on the back and put the 40s on the front. So, for anyone that thinks they need to know something about cars, this should prove to you don't need to know anything about cars, because apparently I don't know how to keep my tires straight. How about now? Now are we complete? Hey! Thank you for your participation in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 demo. Use your social medias to share your thoughts about our product. Add game to wish list. So cool. Guys, tell me what you think. Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. I think it's pretty cool. I think they added a lot of new features so far. A lot of it is still locked out to us. Are you excited about this game? Don't forget to hit the subscribe bell, and everyone, have a good evening.